Hi, I'm Colin with KCSC Radio. You're watching an episode of Bomb Shelter Sessions coming from the BMU and the radio station at Chico State. I'm here with Lo and Behold. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We just heard absolute banger, Baby Blue. Thank you for playing that.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Okay, well, I'd like to start with an intro. You're welcome, by the way. So if everyone could give me a name, where you're from, what instrument or instruments you play, and how you got into Lo and Behold.
I'm Grayson, aka Young Honeydew. I play bass, and I'm from Chico, California.
My name's Neil, aka Squeal on the sax. I play sax. I'm from Chico as well, and I got into Lo and Behold. Lorna and I used to be in a couple bands years ago, so we kind of we met a lot of these guys in school, and we all got together and wanted to form a band.
Yeah. My name is Lorna, aka Lo, from Lo and Behold.
Oh, okay.
I sing and play the keys, and then what you said about Lo and Behold.
Nice.
Thank you.
My name is Grant Limper. I'm born and raised in Chico, and Neil and I used to be in a band together called Patio. It was basically just classic rock and a lot of beer drinking.
A lot of PBRs.
A little bit more, yeah.
Fun practices.
But yeah, they needed a guitarist, so I think it was the last one to come into the group. You guys had already come together with some songs. Then I came in and was just like,
We're
All
glad
right.
to have you.
yeah.
Right.
Will, all right.
I'm Cody. I grew up in Paradise and I play drums. Same thing. We got to meet in Dave Elke's program over at Butte College. We all listened to different music, so we got everybody in the same room, and this kind of stuff happened. And we're missing Webster Moore, our talented keyboardist. He's in high demand around town, so he just get out for the interview.
Yeah. So we have 5 of 6 members of Lo and Behold. Awesome. So you just released an EP at the end of September. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's on YouTube and Spotify. And SoundCloud too, or no?
Should
SoundCloud, Apple Music,
Apple Music, SoundCloud.
Shazam.
all the things.
All the streaming platforms.
Instagram at Lo and Behold Band. Facebook, Lo and Behold Band.
Absolutely. Yeah. Follow them and listen to that album. It's great.
Shameless plug.
Nice.
Right.
I wanted to ask you sort of how that came together and what it was like playing before the EP and then the EP releasing and now moving forward, what that journey's been like.
It took a lot of work, but playing before, it was nice to have a physical copy of it, because people ask all the time, where can I find your music? And we're all like, dang it,
Right. Nowhere.
I don't know.
It's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to have it at shows now too, to sell it and share it with people.
I think definitely playing before we had anything like more concrete put together was a little bit more, I don't know, you don't have anything as a point of reference, and so things can be a little bit more amorphous and a little bit more, we play it a little different every time, but now that there's kind of a point of reference, we can't really shortchange ourselves. I mean, it's a lot more like, okay, we have a script to follow, we have a lot more as far as expectations go, not necessarily that we have to follow, but that are sort of expected, so we can kind of use that as an avenue to either, play by the rules or intentionally break them or whatever. But.
Yeah. It's nice to fall back on.
Oh, for sure.
We managed to play like a few dozen shows before we even started recording anything. And we got to know the songs really, really well after that. Playing them in front of people, there'll be a moment where it's like, I've never thought about this part of the song.
Right.
And we get to work it out and make sure it's real nice and polished.
Yeah, and it is. It definitely comes through.
Oh, heck, man, thanks.
Yeah.
And we got to work with Dave Elke to record the whole thing. So we had him, most of us had him as a teacher for recording arts, and then we hired him to do our album, so we got to cross-reference all of our notes with him.
Was that at Chico?
That was a Butte.
Oh, at Butte.
We recorded over at Heirloom Studios, yeah.
Oh, cool.
North of town, yeah. Heirloom.
Yeah, so you're pretty much local for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Real stinking local, yeah.
Grassroots.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you. So you just did a Halloween show. On Halloween, a Lost on Main.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
Super fun.
Sweaty.
You were there.
I was there.
I don't know. What was it like,
for
Colin?
you?
Right.
Oh, it was was just super fun.
Yeah, it felt. I told someone later, like, man, I felt like a rock star because so many people were there, and I got these guys to dress up as what I wanted.
It did
was
happen.
Wizard of Oz. So we had Dorothy, we had the Tin Man, and I was the Wicked Witch, which I still have green in the back of my hair, and we have the Lion and the Scarecrow, and then Webster was Mr. Oz. Mr.
Beautiful.
Doctor.
You won best dress in the whole.
Yeah, Grayson won best
whole
dress.
building.
No, he won
Yeah, I
sexiest.
did one. I did
Sexiest.
win sexiest costume and best of show. Something I'll have on my pedigree forever, I think.
It was hard to look away from the Dorothy costume.
Yeah, it was certainly hard for me.
We knew everything landed when we went to download the next day, and instantly when we got to the bar, somebody came, "Oh, Dorothy, hey!" And it was just this look in his eyes like, "Oh, this is forever."
I'm
Like, oh,
never
no.
gonna live this down, am I?
But it was a lot of fun. We got to play some spooky covers, little Monster Mash. We threw Thriller into one of our songs.
Mm-hmm.
We got real Halloweeny with it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it was so fun. Absolutely. Definitely the best show going on in Halloween. Like, most fun thing going on for Halloween in town.
Oh,
Thanks
dude.
Fun.
Yeah, everyone else is like wandering the streets, like looking for a party. I was like, no, come to Los Almain. See lo and behold.
You are the best.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
you guys all are. So, with your sound, in regards to the actual sound of Lo and Behold, which is really nice. It's like you said, polished, but like groovy, and it's kind of like genreless, because you could say like, hey, it's jazzy too, but it's rock, and it's like, you know, bluesy. And I think that's great. It has a lot of really good texture. And what I particularly enjoy is that every person, every instrument, and all of you individually have your own chance to shine on the songs, which is really great. And I think it comes together just like so nicely. So what's the process musically and creatively for coming up with the actual songs and styles?
That's a fantastic question.
Basically, I mean, when we hop in the car together to go to a different town or whatever, you can bet that nobody's going to play anything close to the same genre. Like, we all have such different music tastes that, like I said, when we throw everybody in the room together, and it usually starts with just one person bringing one riff or one beat, or just, it starts really small usually. And we all just kind of build on it, and we spitball a lot, and we try not to go with the easiest option. And then usually when we have a really nice, solid-feeling song, we throw something in the middle that throws the entire thing off again. We just like to keep it fun, and we all really like playing our instruments, so we try to keep it interesting at the very least.
Yeah, I think also it's like, I can't say how many songs we've had where one person will bring like a singular idea. They'll be like, oh, I had an idea for a riff, then I kind of heard this, or I kind of heard that, and then the song will like explode into existence. Like 90% of what it will eventually be is kind of already there, and then it's just kind of fine-tuning the last couple of percent. But I mean, we've also had a similar sort of process where it'll be like 6 or 8 weeks, and we get 25% of the way done with the song, and it's just, some of them come so much more natural, some of them come way less natural. And as far as tonality and tones and textures and stuff go, I think it's that last 10%, generally speaking, of after the song is sort of mostly there, then it's okay, well, what tone or what sort of vibe would we rather have? Which is, I think, natural, but as far as songwriting and whatnot goes, I feel like it varies greatly.
Right, that's cool. So all different genres, like if you had an aux chord in the car,
Dude.
you're not going to all play the same.
It's going to be mashed
same
up.
person.
And I mean,
Go
we
from
got
like
one person using Spotify, one person using Apple Music, YouTube. It's all, we're all over the place.
So what are you listening to all over the place? What comes to mind right now?
Let's go down the line.
Yeah, Thundercat.
Stan Getz. I like the kind of older jazz stuff most of the time.
Oh, Amy Winehouse, Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm a bit more classical, like Eric Clapton. Huge fan.
Classical.
But then again, I also like new age, not new age rock, but rock of like Avenged Sevenfold. I'm really into that kind of metal.
Harder rock,
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of I like Animal Collective, Fleet Foxes, folky or experimental kind of indie realm stuff. And Webster has been on a serious hip hop kick lately. He takes a lot of notes from Chance the Rapper and stuff, and a lot
Robert
of new songs
Glasper
have that kind of
experiment,
stuff.
a lot of that kind of
We
stuff.
listen to a lot of collectively Hiatus Coyote, I think. is a big informer for our sound.
Cool.
Absolutely.
But we keep getting called a funk band, so that's what we keep gravitating towards.
Right.
And we're very lucky to have 2 singers that have great ears for melodies and stuff. So no matter what we throw at them, or even if it starts with the melody, it always ends up being the center of everything.
Oh,
That's the idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was exactly how you described it, from all different inspirations, kind of. Yeah. And if I didn't know you at all, I would have already been impressed with all those music tastes. So
Oh shit.
thank you for that. Okay, so now this is a who in the group question.
Oh shucks.
So anyone can answer, like first. You don't have to buzz in, but just answer.
Okay.
Who in the group is most likely to show up late to practice?
Webster.
It's
Webster.
not even.
He's not here right now.
That feels unfair, but
He's
It
really,
feels also accurate.
Historically-
to be fair, right?
We can just pull up a picture of him that just comes on the screen.
Yeah, can we do that?
I think
Editing magic.
he's running really late right now to this.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not even.
He's
It's about 40 minutes.
Who in the group has the best dance moves?
Grayson.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I studied classical breakdancing, a lot of post salsa.
A lot of it is the
Totally,
enthusiasm too.
Yeah.
totally lying. Yeah, no, I just flail around. But yeah, I do get busy.
Neil's a close second though.
Neil is a
It's,
close
uh,
second.
Okay.
Neil's renowned for his robot as
mine
well.
are, mine are
Okay.
cheesier. You have to choose your moves. You're more hip.
Sprinkler, the robot.
Yeah, classics.
Yeah.
There's a place and time.
Yeah, yeah. It's usually
Is it
not the
easy
right
to
place or
dance
right
while
time.
you're on stage, like playing, or do you find that like I can't even move? I'm just standing here because I'm working on this. Like
For
playing
me,
or
it's
singing.
it's certainly like a I can't prevent it kind of thing. Like I'm just gonna sort of gyrate my hips if I'm playing bass. In my subtle observation, I'd say that Neil probably has a little bit more like premeditated of approach. Probably more like I have 13 seconds before my next line, and so you're like I can fit 15 robot moves in. I think
Man,
As the Tin Man, that would have been great, right?
that was it was so
threw,
nice.
threw in a couple. But
Yeah.
It was a squeaky robot, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was sick.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So who in the group has the best and worst jokes?
I think
Lorna.
Lorna takes both of those.
Lorna, yeah, she's got. I think she's actually the only one who really like tells jokes where everybody knows it's a joke.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she'll tell a joke, and it's like,
They're bad though.
well, occasionally I'm like, man, I haven't heard that, but
Sometimes it's
sometimes
real deal comedy.
sometimes
Thank you.
you're up there, Mitch Hedberg, all that kind of good stuff. But sometimes it's like, Kevin Hart reruns.
So you draw on that between songs. It's like, all right, Lorna, time for a joke.
I
Right?
try not to do that because that's pretty bad. Pretty cheesy. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, as the audience, we can appreciate it.
Cool.
So yeah,
Glad.
I think it's
relieving.
because everyone here in the group is really easy to talk to and funny. So having a good sense of humor,
We usually try to stick to music, but
stick to what you know.
Open mic.
So what's next after so you have a show coming up. You can tell me about that first, and then what's going on with Lo and Behold, or individually for any of you. What are you working on?
Yeah, so we're actually breaking up as a band.
What?
That was a bad joke.
Bruh.
No, sorry. So sad. We have a show coming up at Unwind, November 10th, so next Saturday, at 8 o'clock. And then we have another show at Lost again, November 17th. That's going to be the Harvest Ball. Then we have one November 23rd, the day after Thanksgiving, for the Safe Space Shelter. All the proceeds go towards that, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be at the Chico Women's Club.
Mm-hmm.
And then
great.
we have one show so far in December. So
Wow, that's a lot of shows.
we have a lot coming
we were
up.
notorious for playing. We were playing like 2 shows for a week for a pretty good stretch while we were getting these songs ready for our first EP.
Oh,
And so we
yeah.
finally took everybody's advice and slowed it down a little bit.
Right. Went on a bit of a hiatus, and
Yeah.
now we're back.
Yeah, took a break. Was that like after the EP came out, pretty much?
We took the break to finish the EP, and we had
Okay.
so many song ideas floating around. We kind of nailed a bunch of them down, and you can hear we're going to be rotating in some new songs and trying them out. And down the line, we're getting ready to record again. We learned a lot from our last EP, and so we're excited to get back in there. We're not going to rush it. Of course, you know, we like to play these songs out and really learn them.
Yeah.
Figure out what they're all about before we put them down or anything. But right now, we're just obsessed with playing shows, and we're very lucky to have great fans that come out to the shows.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're lucky to be playing around. And we're hoping to get out of town more, too.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
for
So
sure.
that's why we appreciate you guys putting us on blast.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Totally. Yeah.
Absolutely honored.
Yeah. Artists come through here and, like, you know, as a stop in Chico.
Oh, sure.
Like
yeah.
in the past, they've gotten here and they expect it to be a show, but they just walk into the station and it's like you're mic'd up for an interview. But I think that sounds like it'd be really fun to go on a tour, you know,
Sure.
through states. I don't know if everyone's traveled, but that sounds like it would be great.
Yeah, we're starting to piece it together, but I mean, what better way to travel is there than going and playing your music for people?
Sure.
I don't know if I could handle you guys for. I'm just joking.
Right, we're gonna take 6 copies.
One more knock joke, I swear to God. Yeah, no, Cody's in another band, Similar Alien. They're excellent. Just to answer the question about what else is going on, they're a freaking awesome psych rock band. I love them to death. They play all the time too, so that's certainly on the plate for him as well. And then, what else are you doing?
Playing Red Dead Redemption. No, we spend a lot of time practicing, and we even hang out outside of practice too.
Even that too. Yeah.
So we try to keep the chemistry alive.
Yeah.
But for the most part, just excited for these next 4 shows,
Yeah.
and then whatever comes after that.
Oh, sure. Other than that, I think we're all pretty much lone beholders. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Unless anyone has any parting words or wisdoms for the audience out there, for the world.
Dates are hard, so we'll have everything on our Facebook, Lo and Behold Band, Instagram, Lo and Behold Band. We post everything there. We've got some content coming your way, and some awesome posters and stuff by AJ. He's making a lot of posters for us lately. I love that dude.
Represent AJ. Big shouts out.
But yeah, follow us and we'll keep you updated.
Absolutely. Thank you sincerely.
Thanks,
This is our first real interview as well. So
That's why it was so horrible for us.
yeah, no, it was
Like
a
we're all
little bit.
sweating and we're all like.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to
think my
have
nose is
you
running.
and to get to listen to the song. And we're super excited for the shows coming up.
Thank you.
Aw.
Thank
Yeah.
Thanks, Colin.
For KCSC Radio, I'm Colin. This is the lovely Lo and Behold. Thank you again. Good night.
Hey,